So obviously to win frames of snooker you need to pot balls. So in this video I'm going to try and give you some pointers of how to pot balls regularly in terms of seeing the potting point on the object ball, being able to keep your eye on that and pot it. And then we'll move on to more advanced potting, i.e. using side, where to aim to allow for the side. So hopefully by the end of this your potting is going to be sharp. The problems start as a beginner when you start getting angles on the shots. So when the cue ball is here, for instance, quite a lot of times you see, even on TV, the professionals landing short on the black. And quite often actually you'll see professionals do this as well, which, considering how many blacks off the spot they've potted in their career, is incredible really. But you think they would know where the black spot was and where the pocket was, but they still come round. And what they do, they're looking at a straight line again, as we just showed with that straight pot. They're looking at that potting point between the black and the pocket. So it's kind of just sending a message to your brain where to aim the shot once you come round. So you find that potting point on the black, keep your eye on it, don't take your eyes off it. And that helps you get your stance in the right position. So hopefully when you get down, you've still got that potting point in your mind's eye, and that helps you to pot the black. So very important to, all through that routine, make sure you keep your eyes on the potting point in the black. Don't start deviating, because the problem starts if say you're in the middle of a break, there's reds here, and you come round, you find the potting point, you come back, and then you start looking at the reds where you're going to play the position. Then you get down, you forgot the potting point. So always concentrate, keep your mind on that all the time. When things start getting a bit more complicated when you're potting is when you're using side. And it's one of the most common things that people ask me, where do you aim on the object ball when you're using side? Because obviously if I'm going to play with extreme right hand side here, I'm not going to aim the same place as when I was playing balls. I'm almost aiming to miss it, but if you judge the throw of the cue ball and how hard you hit it, then you can learn how much to allow. It obviously depends on how hard you're going to hit each shot, and it's a very advanced way of aiming to pot the ball that you're going to have to practice to learn. But when you master that, you can play all sorts of shots, all sorts of positional shots. You can play with lots of side. You can really impress your mates. So of course the opposite to the previous shot, when we were aiming thick because we were playing with right hand side, which is going to push the cue ball to the left. If you're playing with left hand side, which is going to move the cue ball to the right, you've got to aim thinner on the blue. So instead of aiming for this side, when we play with right, we're aiming for this side now, because we're playing with left. So it's a bit of a minefield to get used to.